I'm rehearsing songs for tonight. This one's called The Blue Cyclone by Ray Stevens. Blue Cyclone. Well, my wife went out of town about a year or so back, and I felt me at home, myself, the batch, and after 5 straight nights of TV, I was ready to scream. So I called up this beer-drinking buddy of mine. He said, Bill, I ain't having a very good time. He said, why not we go to the wrestling match and let off a little steam? Well, I'd never seen the matches before, but by the time we reached that arena door, the crowd was already backed up plumb out into the street. Yeah, people were shoving and fighting like cattle. With just getting in line was a heck of a battle. We had to fight like the devil, but we finally got ringside seats. Well, he bought me a program as we threw through the door, went to section D seats 3 and 4, and about that time the announcer stepped into the ring. He said, tonight's the greatest card we've ever been signed. We got a big damn like blew your mind. When they let the lights out, the crowd began to scream. He introduced a spider from parts unknown with his trusty partner, the Blue Cyclone. They were talking like a team that had ever been beat. Then the wreck checked him over and the duels were explained, and somebody hollered, the spider's got a chain, and some old lady with blue hair fell right out of her seat. Well, he rang the bell and all hell broke loose. My legs were shaking like a rubber goose. I'd never seen anything like this, not even in the war. The Cyclone put the vulture in a hairplane spin, then he body slammed him, and then he did it again. And I swear I don't see how that old boy could take much more. It was right about then, in the thick of things, that my buddy Bill threw a chair in the ring, and I knew he'd better be heading for the door. Because I saw the Cyclone looking at us. He was rubbing his head, and he was starting to cuss, and I knew if he caught us, he'd break Bill's neck for sure. There's a verse, Mercer, and I'll go find it. Locked the doors, and there wasn't much to let him in. I turned around and the Cyclone was there. He said, hey, punk, you forgot your chair. And by the look in his eyes, I knew this was the end. Then he bobbed me, slammed me 2 or 3 times. He put his arms around me from behind, and then he pile drive me right in there in the hard concrete. He broke both my arms and 3 of my ribs. It's the closest thing I've ever come to being killed, and that's the thing I remember before he put me to sleep. Ooh, Blue Cyclone. Well, he's the meanest rascal this ring has ever known. He'll make you groan, he'll make you moan, he'll lay you prone and bake your bones. Blue Cyclone. Well, I woke up in a hospital bed, stars are circling around my head, and a plaster cast on just about every bone. But the doctor said I'd do fine. Things would just take a little time, and 3 weeks later he let me go back home. I laid in bed for 3 weeks just thinking, I believe I gotta go take a bite and drink it so the next time we meet I won't be on a binge. Because I'd been the best that we had fight, and I'd seen that Cyclone dreams that night. I won't be satisfied till I get revenge. Oh, well, the first thing my wife said when I got home was, you better leave that Cyclone alone. She said, you might not be so lucky next time. So I says to her, beg your pardon, ma'am, but it wasn't you who got the body slammed. Then I changed the subject because I didn't want to make him up mine. Then I called up Bill and I told him my plan. All he says was, right on, man, I'll do the same darn thing if it be me. It all happened so quick when the car door slammed. I must have broke something because the door locks jammed. I was already down, got time, I got free. Bill said, since you're thinking about taking him again, I know 2 of us boys who weigh 210. They'd wade right through hell just to fight a certain song. They both lift weights, so you know they're mean, and the 4 of us would make quite a team. We might not win, but we'd sure put up a good fight. Well, we looked it all over, then we said we was willing. They stopped at nothing short of killing. Said, Hoss, we'll be back for you as long as you want to fight. So I checked around at a few of the bars, and I found out where all the wrestling stars hung out after the matches every Wednesday night. Well, I got there early the following week, and I found me a table where I could see the street, and I waited for the Blue Cyclone to hit the door. Well, after a while, he finally appeared. He sat down at the bar and ordered a beer, and he barely took a sip before I stepped to the middle of the floor. I yelled, "Hey, Cyclone, you remember me? I'm the guy you put to sleep. Only this time you can see I'm not alone. Ha, ha. You see them two big dudes over there?" The Cyclone looked and said, "Over where?" And I turned around and I'm a son of a gun. They was gone. Then the Cyclone looked at me and grinned. He said, "Okay, punk, here we go again. It seems to me that some guys never learn." Then he waded through them tables and chairs, put a full Nelson on me and grabbed my hair, and then he threw me on the floor and I was starting to get concerned. Then it came a barrage of judo chops. I was begging somebody to call the cops before Cyclone could commit a mortal crime. I breathed a sigh of relief when I heard them ambulance signs scream, because I'd be dead now if they hadn't got there in time. The next thing I remember, they was carrying me in, and the doctor said, "Oh no, you again." And the doctor said, "How long will it be this time?" He said, "Boy, if you don't leave that Cyclone alone, one of these days you ain't going home. You'll need the undertaker's service, not mine." Blue Cyclone, Blue Cyclone, he's the meanest rascal the ring had ever known. He'll make you groan, he'll make you moan, he'll lay you prone and break your bones. Blue Cyclone, Blue Cyclone.